Karen Black is back with us from Los Angeles. Deep Purple, finish your story.
Thanks. And Waldo Salt, who's one of America's best screenwriters, he wrote Midnight Cowboy and Day of the Locust and Coming Home, is my sponsor. And he was the person that I talked to while I was writing. And he's coming with, and Ivan Passer wants to direct it, and he'll be coming with, and we'll be working on it at Sundance in June. And I must say, it's a way out, you know. In a way, the only way out for a creative person is to create. And just create and create and create and create and create.
You found most success in independent films. And there are those who will say that it is the age of the independent film. You mentioned the Globus. Is that where you are happiest? Is that the place that gives you the most freedom to do what you want to do?
As soon as the director says action, almost invariably, that's all the freedom you need, because you create space and you create time. And it's a very wonderful place to dwell in, that created space and time. And that is your freedom. It doesn't really matter the type of
who's behind
show.
the scenes, okay. But
It matters the director, it matters the people.
Yeah.
But I can answer you from another viewpoint, rather than the freedom aspect, which is that it happens to me, doesn't it? I'm beginning to make independent movies now. I've been in independent movies.
Yes.
I just can't tell you that it's a choice. I can't honestly say I picked that road to walk down. It happened to me. And I must say that one thing came to mind when you were asking the question. I had just finished doing Cherry Pie with Henry Jaglom, which was so fresh and so spontaneous. And with Henry, you know, he gives you this freedom, and you cry on a dime. You just like, oh, and you cry, you know. Your insides here are just going all the time. Your mind, and of course, with almost everyone I've worked with, it's like that. And I went into a film for a major studio, which I won't mention, and everyone was very careful. I'll never forget. They were careful. They were afraid that they're afraid someone would hurt the reputation, which I can understand, because my reputation got hurt. But
when did your reputation get hurt?
I think on Day of the Locust, people started saying bad things about me.
Saying you were hard to get along with, and that you were, what?
I don't know what they said. You see, the person whose career gets ruined by this is left out. They don't know who says it, why. I was as nice as I could be to everybody.
Tell me this. Let me cut through this.
Yeah.
Tell me, because you are interesting. What's your own self? What's your self-image? What do you think of Karen Black?
Okay. I've found out certain things about myself. I know that I'm very warm. I try to gather people together. That's why I'm good at producing. I love everyone to love everybody. I always like, you've got to meet such and such. You're going to love her. And if they don't, of course, my heart's broken. But I love children very much. I think that I'm highly aware of certain things. You know, not everything. But I think I try, especially with young folks, to control what effect I create. And do a very good job. It takes a certain kind of awareness. You have to always watch out that everything that happens, everything, enhances their self-esteem, their attitude toward themselves. Yeah. I'm sort of aware of helping people with their attitude toward themselves, which is something some people kind of leave out of life. I'm very feminine, and I like to be faithful, and I think that I like things to continue. Do you know, some people like to start things. Some people, like policemen, they like to end things. Stop, stop. I like everything to continue, almost forever. And I kind of believe, I think that I'm sort of foolish in some ways, but I'm very sensible, by the way.
Tell me about your ideal man.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'm not done. I'm foolish because I really think things will continue forever. I kind of believe that. Well, I'm living with my ideal man, dear.
Mr. Carson. No, who are you married to?
I haven't lived with Mr. Carson for 6 years.
Oh.
That's okay. I know him. He's a good friend. No, Stephen Eckleberry. He's young, which is not my ideal man. He just happened to be young. But he's lovely. He's sweet, and he's helpful. And he has a flair for the mechanical as well as for the literary, which I find absolutely impossible. The man who can fix your car never read the last book, you know. He does both. And he's dark, and he's very... I'm in love.
Good for you. Thank you for joining us.
And you? Are you in love? Now that we're ending off, I ask you the personal question, right? Are you? Just answer me that, Charlie.
I will tell you about it later.
You, with the face that you've got, and the soft way of speaking. No,
Karen
he's not going to answer me, folks.
That's true. Much success.
Thank you.
I'm madly in love.
With?
You don't give up, do you? Much success
No.
with Invaders, and especially with Deep Purple.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Night Watch continues. Stay with us.
Congratulations.
Tragedy changed her status as